All right, and moving on, US President Donald Trump has said that Israel would have to make a decision on the next steps in Gaza, adding that he did not know what would happen after the collapse of ceasefire and hostage release negotiations with Hamas. Trump also underscored the importance of securing the release of hostages held by Hamas, saying that they had suddenly hardened up on the issue.
When you get it down to a certain number, you're not going to be able to make a deal with Hamas, because once they give them up, then they feel that that's going to be the end of them. And what I said is exactly true. You know, they had a routine discussion the other day, and all of a sudden they hardened up. They don't want to give them back. And so Israel's going to have to make a decision.
Trump also weighed in on the humanitarian crisis and reports of starvation-related deaths in Gaza. When asked about the images that have been coming out of Gaza of starving children, Trump said he thought they were terrible.
It's terrible. You know, when I see the children, and when I see, especially over the last couple of weeks, and people are stealing the food, they're stealing the money for the food, they're stealing weapons, they're stealing everything. It's a mess. That whole place is a mess.
The World Health Organization has warned that malnutrition rates are reaching alarming levels in the Gaza Strip. Of the 74 recorded malnutrition-related deaths in 2025, 63 had occurred in July. But amid growing concerns, Israel has denied widespread reports of starvation in Gaza and blamed Hamas for stealing aid.
Israel is presented as though we are applying a campaign of starvation in Gaza. What a bold-faced lie. There is no policy of starvation in Gaza, and there is no starvation in Gaza. We enable humanitarian aid throughout the duration of the war to enter Gaza, otherwise there would be no Gazans.
Now, Israel on Sunday announced a halt in military operations for 10 hours a day in parts of Gaza and new aid corridors. Jordan and the UAE airdropped supplies into the enclave. 2 Jordanian and 1 Emirati plane dropped 25 tons of humanitarian aid. Palestinians gathered in hopes of receiving supplies. Many people walked through the area waiting for assistance, but frustration grew as some didn't get anything.
Two planes carrying aid went into the air. Look, as you can see, I didn't get anything out of them. I followed the planes where they dropped the aid. They dropped the aid around 3 kilometers from where people were gathered, and we didn't get aid. This is a very difficult situation.
The UN's World Food Programme said that it had enough food in or on its way to the region to feed the 2.1 million people in the Gaza Strip for almost 3 months. Now, the food agency said that around 80 trucks entered Gaza on Sunday, with the agency aiming to bring in 80 to 100 food trucks daily. But Palestinian media claims that Gaza needs at least somewhere between 500 to 1,000 aid trucks per day, and the 20 trucks or even 100 aid trucks are a drop in the ocean for what over 2 million Palestinians in Gaza need. It also claimed that Israeli settlers are calling to stop the flour trucks heading from Jordan to Gaza.